Welcome to a quick demonstration of the e-document cockpit from SAP, which is part of the document and reporting compliance. So today we're going to look at Cambodia, and if we want to access the cockpit, we either simply use the transaction edoc_cockpit and enter. Like any SAP solution, you can also insert as a favorite. While the system is accessing the information, we'll look at the country in question, which today is Cambodia. And this is a control tower of all documents that are created and issued to the customers, and a record is kept in the cockpit. So here is an example here of a successful message that has been exchanged between the business and the local tax authority, and from the cockpit you can actually drill directly into the document. And see the relevant billing document and also the relationship tag. Here you can see that the document has been tagged against the billing document. So, when any document is created in SAP, it automatically updates the document cockpit immediately. So let's just prove an example of that. So on my other screen, I have created a SD document and I am about to create that billing document. Now the cockpit runs on accounting document as well, so it matches exactly to what's being reported to the local tax authority. So if I just save this, you can see here document number 5988 has been created. If I go back to the cockpit and refresh, we can see that the document is now been created and is in created status directly into the cockpit. Okay, now this has now give it a XML tag, which will match the schema or the compliant XML required by the local tax authority, in this case Cambodia. All information that is necessary for it to pass through and what is required by the local tax authority is maintained here in the XML. Now, simply we can click on Submit, and what this is doing is in submitting the document to the local tax authority for it to be authorised and returned into the cockpit as accepted. As we can see, we have a successful message and the document has been accepted to the local tax authority. Now, for audit purposes and traceability, all records are stored in SAP, and we can actually go to the history of the document, where all the statuses are mentioned here: the creation, the send request, the sent, and the approval approval status, and the response message and the request message are stored here as well in XML or JSON format. Just coming back out of this, we can also go, like I said, we can drill down directly into the document. And we can see all the information that is required from the billing document, and you can navigate further for any other audit purposes or traceability. If you wanted to look at the document flow, you can do this directly from the cockpit rather than entering some billing transactions, for example VFO3. And we can see here directly from the cockpit the document flow. So again, we can now see as well from here the relationships tag. Here we can there. We'll just finish up and go back to the cockpit. Some of these tags here are very standard SAP, where you can manipulate the columns and reporting. The cockpit is fully extractable and very easy to use. Thank you for listening.